John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. I got all the news about Trump's little rant fest in Madison Square Garden last night, which just happened to be the location where in February 1939, one of the most prominent pro-Nazi groups in that era, the German-American Bund, staged a rally and it had the same themes of hate Jews, hate minorities of color, trying to be as patriotic as possible with a huge monumental picture of George Washington, the saying of the Pledge of Allegiance, and the Star Spangled Banner. But it's just coincidence, of course, isn't it? Yeah, Trump had some beauties. Speaking of for him at the rally, the one prominent one was some genius named Tony Hinchcliffe, a podcaster, a so-called comedian. I mean, he had this real rant about Puerto Rico being this floating island of garbage. Made a crack about Latinos going in and not coming in and not pulling out. You get the context. And about his black friend who on Halloween he plans to go watermelon carving. Stereotypes galore. As a matter of fact, there was this other genius that talked about Kamala Harris and her pimp handlers. That's not racist, is it? Then we got Tucker Carlson calling Kamala Harris a Samoan, Malayan, low IQ person. Yes, the racism is in your face. It's out there. No more dog whistles. It's a foghorn. Or back in the days, a fire siren goes off in the town telling the kids it's time to go back home and go to bed, etc. Starting curfew. Then we got the wrestling legend in his own mind, Hulk Hogan, acting like he's back at the Garden to take on The Undertaker or Andre the Giant. Then we got Rudy Giuliani ranting and raving. And Elon Musk, who I'm happy to say the Philadelphia DA's office is looking into his little scheme, his little scheme of like where if you sign up, you'll be in a chance to win a lottery and you'll win $1 million. And the DA's office is calling that an illegal lottery. Yeah, money can't get you everything, can it, Elon, you turd? Anyway, then Byron McDonald's, the congressman from Florida, and Dr. Phil McGraw, doctor in quotation marks, doctor, and Stephen Miller doing his Goebbels thing, raving about what another Trump administration would do with their enemies. Stephen Miller, you remember that guy who was the genius behind the immigration policy in the southern border, which means separating kids from their cages, terrorizing innocent people. And we got Donald Trump Jr. bragging about how his daddy made the New York skyline all by himself. Forget it, Donnie. Daddy still hates your guts. And Dana White of UFC. That's professional mixed martial arts fighting. And those And those are the geniuses. Oh, and there's one more guy who all of a sudden ranted and raved about how Kamala Harris is the devil of the Antichrist. That's what we're up. That and Trump came on last, of course, and always least. And his crowd got all revved up. That's what it was, to motivate his crowd, his followers, whatever's left of them. And we can't forget that time when he was late for this rally for 3 minutes, and some of his followers had to decide to leave early. 3 hours. So I can do a rant fest on Joe Rogan's podcast. At that time when Trump had that rally in the Coachella Valley, and he refused to pay the bus company that drove the people to the rally site. So they didn't go back to pick them up from the rally site to their cars. So they had to walk in 110-degree weather for 3 hours back to their cars. That's what Trump thinks of his followers. And and they knew what Hinchcliffe would say in this rally, because Trump has utter contempt for people of color, particularly Puerto Ricans. You remember how he didn't respond to the floods that caused by Hurricane Maria? The island was without electric power. People died. And Trump held back $20 billion worth of aid. And best he did for them was toss them rolls of paper towels. Nice of you, Donnie. And now all kind of Puerto Rican descended celebrities are calling out Trump. Artists like Bad Bunny and J.Lo and Mark Anthony, Ricky Martin. They're going on Twitter and Instagram, telling their millions of followers, urging them to vote for Kamala Harris. Congratulations, Donnie. You lost a nice big voting block, but why do you care? And don't forget, there's people on the island of Puerto Rico aren't allowed to vote in presidential elections. However, there are Puerto Rican descended people in the mainland. Like Pennsylvania itself has 450,000 Puerto Rican people. And Florida has 1.1 million, and hundreds of thousands and millions in other states and cities. That's what we're up against. Full-blown racism. And one of the speakers there was Mike Johnson, who should have known better, who knows the kind of guy Trump is, but he goes along with him anyway. We must make damn sure that Donald Trump sets foot never again, never in the White House. And we have to make damn sure that Mike Johnson isn't speaker anymore, isn't anywhere near the House. So once again, I endorse Kamala Harris for president, Tim Walz for vice president, Bob Casey for senator, Eugene D. Pasquale for solicitor, for Auditor General Malcolm Kenyatta. I'm talking about Pennsylvania here. But in your jurisdiction, remember that the Republican Party has degenerated into Trump worship, which is fascism. Oh, we can't call Donald Trump fascist. But fascism is creeping up on us, so we have to cut it out. Like recently with the wise decision by a couple of respected newspapers, the Los Angeles Times and the Washington Post, owned by Jeff Bezos, to not heed the advice of their editorial boards and not endorse Kamala Harris for president. Because these big, bad billion-dollar capitalists are scared of Trump. These corporate CEO types are really a bunch of gutless punks. They fold under pressure, no matter how big and bad they talk to their workers. That's what we're up against. They're censoring themselves, or at least cutting some business deals, like give us some benefits, we'll say nice things about you in our paper, that kind of stuff. So vote blue all the way through, from president on down. And we'll drive one more nail into the coffin of Trumpism, which is homegrown fascism. Yes, it's fascism. No matter what Mitch McConnell and Mike Johnson whine about, we shouldn't be calling him fascist. Well, he is. So, get out there and vote. November 5th. Dry mouth. November 5th, go vote. And vote blue all the way through. Let that be our slogan for this election. Okay. Alrighty then. And a cheery note, advertisements. All this work I do is work. This YouTube channel and my blog and my podcast and my poetry and my fiction, it's all work. I need to be compensated for it. Therefore, please click on that website below, johnomason.com, and click either the Buy Me a Coffee button or the PayPal button and see what you can give. I would greatly appreciate it, because I don't want to be answerable or paid off by anybody but you, the viewer, the American people. Thanks. And also, my novel, Soldier of the Cross, is available on Amazon.com. It's the story of David Lucas, who, as a young man in the early 60s, is a drunk and a whore chaser and a school bully, real waste of life. He gets in trouble in the army. He comes out of the army as a born-again, fanatical Christian who just wants to be a manly, virile man for Jesus, but how he goes about it leads him into catastrophe. Please pick it up. Soldier of the Cross on Amazon.com. Thanks. And also, Hemperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you'll find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Flower and gummies and candies and lip balm and hand sanitizer and teas and dog treats. Dog treats, yeah. Look them up, please. HemperificLLC.com. Tell them I sent you. Thanks. And also my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle's excellent in helping you develop your professional career or small business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs and professionals. Please look her up. growwithsnow.com. Thanks. Alrighty then. We can do this. We can beat Trump, and we will. We know what Trump's about. So I urge all of you to vote for Kamala Harris for President of the United States. She has an attitude and message of hope for America. She doesn't think that this country is a garbage can like Trump says. She reminds us that America is a land of hope, a land of freedom, a land of opportunity. So that's what we should vote for. Kamala Harris for president. Okay, that's it for now. But I'm going to still keep bugging you to vote. November 5th. Thanks. Have a nice day. Bye.